Welcome to another episode on my monorail built with fischertechnik and controlled by our interface and ultimately BeagleBoard Classic running Ubuntu Linux, connected by serial interface and USB. Serial interfaces to laptop and USBs to the our interface. Controlling and programmed Python, and last time I had a serious problem with the construction of the carriage, and that is also the reason I haven't connected. I have put the propellers on because I first want to reconstruct the whole carriage. It is quite fragile now, and every time I want to change something then or correct something, it goes wrong. So what I want to do now is make some changes. So first of all, I need to change something in here because this is kind of fragile. And the first thing to do is that I want to put a second one here. So this one will actually be somewhere here without pulling the motors apart. And then this one will be right here. And then I have to keep in mind of this one. So for now, well, it is connected to this black thing, and that will be a challenge. So how is that going to happen? Well, first let me disconnect this one. So now I have kind of freedom, and I will pull this one aside. So this is one thing, and well, this wire will be here, but apart from that, this is one thing. And how about the third wheel? Well, I don't really like this construction. It might work, but then with this, or like this, it needs to be somewhere. So let me put this down. Take this away, in the middle. I can put this in there, but let me first see if this will work. So, and of course I need another one, a longer one. Okay, let me remove this. This is one thing, this is another. Then pushing it a bit closer. And for now, that is more like it. Everything closed, no gaps. So will this work out? Well, that of course is yet another question. If I look like this, how are the wheels aligned? There is here and there a problem, as far as I can see. This is alignment. Is it really aligned? Well, we put it on. Yeah, that's the point. It isn't. Because now here I have a problem of this connection. So that is something that I need to figure out. So once again, how's the alignment of the wheels? Well, with this, not really. As I put these wheels on, or like this, they are not aligned at all. And when I take this one first, then it really needs to change. So let me start with this one. This would be much more alike. But then the balance is completely off. I don't care about that one. Not right now. Three wheels are like this, but there's no balance anymore. And then correcting this one. And now the carriage once again is totally off balance. So yeah, not only the construction is fragile, the balance is fragile. And this is all just experimental. And now I think I have something. Including this one that I have to put on it. Well, not have to, but want to put on it. And it helps to keep a nice distance to everything. So, and this one is nice, this one is nice. And now you see that this won't work. It either needs here or here, or needs to be. So, alright, let me take it off. Right, then I'll do without. How it this one going? Right. So they are protruding in any direction. I'm okay with that. But the balance is still completely off. Yeah. So how do I solve that? Alright, pushing the ground rod a bit down. See how that works out. And this will be one of the last times I have a problem with this, because I really ordered the longer rods now in one piece. About 435 millimeters, which is about the whole distance. And with that, let me see if this will actually work in any way possible. So now that I am going to test, I have attached the probes on this end and on this end from the oscilloscope. Just 2 wires. And let's see whatever happens. So first the diagnosis. Does it actually do something? I should take motor 2. Alright, that's interesting again. Because here it says there's definitely signal, but it's not doing a thing. So what is it about? This one is okay, the wires are okay. I don't have to check these wires because it's now the diagnostics. Okay, this means that I have to push this a bit further down. Maybe more weight. Then again, this works for now. Let's increase the speed. See whatever comes to it. Let's do another test first. How easily does it move, and do all the wheels move? Well, from this side of the camera you don't see it, unfortunately, but all the wheels move nicely. This is one thing. All the wheels move nicely, so now let's once again increase the speed. So it has contact, but I don't see it move, not really. Slightly pushing, refreshing actually. Okay, that's enough, I think. Not much result. So let's run the actual program. And the question is then, what does it do? Well, first of all, this one works, and this one works, so this one works. Well, that's one thing already. And yet, it doesn't show. And once again, the problem with the wiring. And once again, just like last time, although the lamps are burning, there's no signal here received. Well, it will be received, but I'm afraid that the wiring is acting up again. Because digital 6 is 1, digital 7 is 1. Oh, right. I did change the setup, so I guess that I really once again have to change the setup, because now 6 should be 0 and 6 is, oops. 6 is actually being shown as 1, not 0. Not good. So, one thing that I noticed was that with this propeller, it wasn't completely put on the axis of the motor. Now I pushed it further on. So let's see with the diagnosis that it really does work. Open diagnosis. Right. Now it's blocked. That means, let's see, 6, 7 and 8. No. Outputs 6, 7, 8. Right, this is 7, which is clearly shown. Of course, 6 is burning. Well, at least it should be burning. So why isn't it? It's 6. Oh, because it's 5. And 5 is on the other side of the track, which isn't doing anything either. And that is because of this, I'm afraid. Then 2. Now 2 is burning and doing nothing, so I shift it away. And yes, now 6 is doing something, and now 6 is off. So that was indeed now solved. Now the propeller is properly on the motor. But I still have a problem with 8, motor 8. Which is on input 7 actually. Yeah, once again this wire, if I move it, it momentarily stays 1. So it's probably a wire breach that I should solve. Now they all work, so I can close the interface and move on with my own program. Now it works. Full speed, but does it go full speed ahead? That's a very different question. Does it have friction? It shouldn't be. But theory is often different from practice. It runs, and that's all that is said about it. There's no speed in it at all. That said, I increased the weight, but I don't think that is really the problem with so many light parts in it. And I've lost connection again. Ouch. So actually now there's a problem. The connection is broken and was broken when this was playing. So let's first see if there's anything to see about this. No such device. Well, let's see about that. Can I open it? Okay, now it's done with the diagnosis software. Then motor 2, full speed ahead, as also is shown here on the oscilloscope. Well, that is pretty clear. Does it work? Well, it doesn't move. That one thing. So let's then see how the software moves, if it does. And here we see the problem again. Well, the interface is connected, the LED is blinking, but it doesn't do anything like this. So when I then pull the carriage a little bit, it suddenly starts to work. And this is not correct because 6 is shown as 1. It should be 0. And 7 is 0, which should be 1. Right, let me push it back. 101. That is not correct. Alright, let me check this again. So, considering here 5, 6, 5, 7 and 2. So first 2. Well, actually this is correct. 5 is doing nothing, and 7 why are 5 and 7 doing nothing? There's no light. Absolutely no light. This is 2. Here, output 2. This is output 2. But when we look at, yeah, alright, 2 is burning. So it's blocked right now. 2 is digital 6. Which should be, yeah, right, 6 is burning now. Oh, this is really fragile. It should be blocked now. It's 1. That means that it is it's shining over it. How do I solve that? Last time I solved it by putting a block in between. So in between here and here I put another element. Should I remove it again? Because it's in a different angle now. Because this is not good. And 7 should actually be 1 instead of 0. And they all should be, well, 7 and 8 should be 0, should be 1. So now there are more that have a problem. Going from bad to worse. Yeah, this is looking like another reconstruction is needed. Yikes. Yeah. Last part for this episode. The reconstruction I was talking about is actually here. This used to be one part, so 1, 2 and 3, and I put one of these in between to bring it down after the last reconstruction. But now that in this way it doesn't block between here and there anymore, it needs to be higher again. So one out, and then testing all over again. With a few minutes that is left for this episode, let's see if that can be done. Easy enough or not. I'm afraid it is not for now. That is one, and this one has to go, oops, alright, taken away. mind the wires, and this is one. Indeed, once again, fragile balance. Alright, and shifting it back in. So this one and this one. And there we are, kind of. So will this work? Not quite sure, but I am putting it in this position. Starting. Oh, so nice. I lost connection entirely. Once again. It's not good. The BeagleBoard is alive, but the connection isn't. Although, no, the connection isn't. So I'll say goodbye. The result of this test will have to wait. And then I notice also that this wire has come out. Has to be here. So with all the wiring back in place. And next time I will have one long rod from beginning to the end. For now, I thank you for watching. If you like this video with the double reconstruction, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Like the video, give a thumbs up, leave a comment if you like. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like. Follow me on Instagram and like. Leave comments. I appreciate it. Please donate to keep videos coming to you. You can also become a patron and have, depending on the amount of money you pledge, your name mentioned. Well, your name will be mentioned, but depending on the pledge, it will be either only on my website or with the video. And this is going to be continued.